Loud scandal in the NHL. Chicago fired the legendary Hull because of allegations of violence. Chicago lost Bobby Hull as club ambassador following allegations of violence. The former star of the club recalled the history of past years. Before Chicago fans could forget about the high-profile sex story associated with former System forward Kyle Beach, a new hot topic of discussion appeared on the horizon. The legendary Bobby Hull has been removed from his position as club ambassador following a string of long-standing allegations of female violence. In 15 seasons with Chicago, he became one of the symbols of the club, the owner of many records, and his 9th number has been retired for almost 40 years. However, modern society dictates strict rules and makes no exceptions. It's no secret that at one time Hull Sr. was famous for his difficult character. His son Brett repeatedly told reporters about the rigidity and strictness of his father, who, if necessary, could paw anyone. So it was not only during his playing career, but also after. For example, in 1986, Bobby was found guilty of assaulting a police officer who intervened in a conflict between an ex-hockey player and his then-wife Deborah. The famous player was also accused of beating a woman, although she herself said that she did not want to testify against her husband. In 2002, Hull's second wife Joan accused him of abusing her and alcoholism, but the court did not reach serious consequences. Things of bygone days, as it may seem to many. Why stir up the past and arrange a demonstrative execution of an 83-year-old grandfather who gave many years of his life to his club? But in Chicago, now they react instantly to image moments of this kind. Last year, the Blackhawks fired general manager Stan Bowman as a result of the investigation into the Kyle Beach case. And for the same reason Farm Club coach DJ Jones was handed out. It was obvious that with such baggage, even a member of the Hockey Hall of Fame could not remain in the shadows in the current realities. Hull's participation in the public life of the club began to be criticized more often. And the other day something happened that very soon would completely cease to surprise. We reconsidered the role of team ambassador after the death of two club legends Stan Mikita and Tony Esposito. As far as Bobby is concerned, we jointly agreed earlier this season that he will step down from any official position on the team, Chicago said in a statement. Bobby was appointed as an ambassador in 2008 and has made frequent appearances at various Blackhawks events. In recent years, pressure on the club from the public has become absolutely commonplace, and the management is afraid to swim against the current. It all started with the iconic Chicago logo, which now turns out to be an insult to indigenous historical values. It even got to the point that the American Indian Center cut off all ties with the hockey club, demanding a change in emblem. 2 years ago, at night, vandals defaced a statue that was unveiled near the arena in 2001 in honor of the Blackhawks' 75th anniversary. The monument was doused with paint, and the territory was strewn with inscriptions "Land back." Interestingly, the statue was promised to be returned after repair, but this has not yet happened. In 2020, the club announced that they would not rebrand. However, in our time, it is not worth rushing with such statements, because the situation can only get worse. There are already enough examples. The American football club, Washington Redskins, on the logo of which the Indian also flaunted, agreed to change the name and emblem. The paradox is that in the past, The profile of the Indian leader was proposed by the representatives of the indigenous population themselves, the National Congress of American Indians. However, decades later, the three-time Super Bowl winner was forced to abandon his brand due to pressure from the organization. Against the backdrop of news of this kind, it would not be at all surprising if, in the near future, a statue of Bobby Hull was dismantled near the United Center or a canvas with his game number was removed. After all, the club has already made it clear that someone's sporting achievements of the past do not now play a major role for the organization. If the reputation of certain people interferes with the sale of merchandise and tickets for matches, then management will easily terminate relations with any club legend. Business is business. Nothing personal. It seems that it is time for Patrick Kane to mentally prepare for such a scenario. Because in 2015 he was accused of rape. And in 2009, an American beat a taxi driver and nearly landed in jail. It is unlikely that the dark pages of his biography will suddenly be forgotten.